This is the RC Jet Jock. What's going on, guys? I'm Matt. This is Mike. You're watching the RC Jet Jock, where we're not just all about jets, I just happen to fly them. Our channel's main focus is on fixed wing, RC aviation, enjoying the hobby with our family, and we throw in some full-scale stuff because it's pretty cool too. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And for all of our returning viewers, thank you so much for making this thing happen. We couldn't do it without you guys. So as you can see, she's definitely well worn. She has flown, obviously in one piece, so it was successful, wasn't it, Mike?
I would say so. I would say.
So let's talk about this first. I mean, after we got it out there and we got it all set up, we couldn't fly it that first night because it just got too dark on us and the CA was, so it was kind of a bummer, but actually seeing it fly for the first time,
Yeah, we came out the next morning after we did the build and we flew the Maiden on it. Seeing it fly was one thing. Being in control of it was a different thing.
So before we give away too much, I think we should cut away to the Maiden, don't you think? Yeah. All right, we're going to show you all the Maiden, and right after that, we're going to show you Mike's first flight on the 2.1 meter Cub. So check it out. We're going to go mid rates on everything to start. Taxi it around a little bit. Looks like it's going to roll just fine. All right. You ready?
Ready.
All right, we got the maiden flight of the Carbon Z Cub, what is it, 2.1 meter?
Yep.
We got some Dubro low bounce tires on it to start, and well, I got to start the run camera because we're going to have onboard footage today.
Sweet.
How many feet y'all think we're going to take up today?
12.
12? A lot of nose down, that's for sure. She's a dream. Wonderful airplane to fly. All right, so that's half power. We're in a climb now, went too much. And it looks like we got a little bit of trimming to do. All right, so let's bring it back around here and see where we're at. All right, so that's hands-free right there. That's pretty darn good. What do y'all think? Does that look like it's tracking straight to y'all?
Pretty straight.
Yeah, nice and straight.
All right, so let's go through the landing, or let's go through the flaps now. Let's see where we're going to be with them. The rudder is definitely authoritative. All right, so here's flaps to land. Definitely has some balloon, but that's okay. I mean, honestly, to learn how to fly a flaps, you should be practicing power management instead of relying upon mixes, that's for sure. All right, so flaps full coming in. I've got a quarter power as the manual suggests. I mean, that's quarter power right there, flaps full.
That's a nice, stable approach. It's really sound. Yeah, and it's got authority coming up too when you power it in.
Woo!
Nice.
So it gets a little touchy on the go-around. So, but that's okay. Not a big deal. All right, I'm gonna do some approaches now, some low passes. Get some pretty shots for the camera. I'm gonna come around this way, the way I'm comfortable with. I'm gonna go no flappers first. Just see how she feels. other way now. I think I definitely like the approach a lot nicer with the flap. That prop sounds cool. Give some love to the rest of the property. This is power off, no flaps. He drops a little, but that could be also the trees. Touch and go. Whee!
It was almost touching cow.
I think I hear a new t-shirt on the horizon. All right, let's do some flap work now. I have flaps full in, power is off. Look at that approach angle.
Nice.
I'm gonna add a little
Looks
bit of power.
really strong. I love that prop whisper
You
too.
definitely have to, when you go full power, it just wants to climb straight up in the air. So you gotta be ready for it, okay?
You gotta get the Draco up there with it.
Yeah.
This is a fun plane. I like it. Do another low pass here. Oh, it slows down, no problem with no flap. Should we try to loop it?
Yes.
I'm gonna do it over us just in case the camera flings off.
Just watch for debris flying.
Oh, beautiful.
That was nice.
Hey Mike, what's it chirping at me here?
14 seconds.
14 seconds?
Yep.
All right. Well, I think I'm gonna go for a full flapper. So what I did was I powered the airplane down as they suggested. It definitely has a little more yaw in it when you have the flaps in. Just a heads up, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's check that battery level. That was 5 minutes of flight time. And we'll see where we're at. And if we have some battery left, we're gonna do a flaps takeoff.
Nice.
53. Sounds like we need to go up again.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, in fact, I think it's required.
I wasn't going to let you get away without it.
All right, here we go. Now, one thing I will say about cubs, and I've had experience with this in the past, is when you have flaps in on takeoff, it's gonna want to yaw pretty good. Okay, so right rudder, okay. Man, she just totally leaps off the ground.
Yeah, she wants to go. She wants to climb up. Oh, I love that. Nice approach.
This is my favorite thing to do with them. Mike saw me doing this last night with the other plane.
228. Coming straight at you.
Yeah, that's good. Really nice.
Now I think what I'm going to do next is try a no flapper. Let's see how it's going to be for whenever you start flying with safe on and stuff. I'm wondering if we have a more graceful airplane. I'm coming in for a no flap landing. Definitely faster approach. Smoother landing though. I like the no flap landing a lot. Well, if you ever watch the Stoll guys with flap landings, I'm gonna go ahead and do a nice ball Caught a stick or something.
Yeah, there's inflated the tires.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, it was nice. Great.
Not quite a hammerhead.
Nah.
We'll try it again. No, we probably need it. Land and test again.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good idea.
I'm gonna do another full flapper, I think. Definite crosswind.
Yeah, you got definitely a little breeze picking up. Raced it.
All right, let's see where we're at now.
got dirty on that one.
Well,
got a couple bugs.
I say 20%.
You think? I'm
25.
I'm saying 30.
37.
37?
24.
24. Okay, it's time.
Yes!
All right, so looking at the timer here, we are at 3 minutes past our 5-minute timer. So that was 8 minutes of flight time with 24% left on the battery. I mean, I say we go ahead and set it at 7.5 minutes on the timer and we'll be just fine.
Sounds great.
All right, so we're gonna go reconfigure and then Mike's gonna go take it up on safe mode next. So here we go.
All right,
Here we go.
Here we
Mike's
go.
first flight on the Cub. I forgot to tell you, right rudder.
Yeah.
You said rudder, just not the direction.
Yeah. Any tail draggers, right rudder, right rudder, right rudder. That's all right. Hey, you managed to get off before the side of the runway anyway. What you think?
I like it just like the Draco. It's very smooth in the air.
Yeah, it just feels solid.
All right, the bulls decided to get out of the runway. Power in your turn. She definitely requires rudder for the turn, doesn't she?
Oh yeah.
In fact, I kind of like the rudder turn better. Yeah, you're gonna hit straight. You were going right into that sucker.
Good thing you got us spotters, huh? Wow, it sounds just like a jet.
I know, right? Little turbine mod is pretty cool. Yeah, you're never gonna make the runway there. Come up just closer to us, closer to us. If you're trying to shoot the gap, you gotta come closer. Oh, okay. I just don't want to see you fly into a tree.
Yeah.
Well, maybe our viewers do, but.
Like, comment, and share if you want to see me run into a tree.
Oh, wait. The video's not up yet. I can't comment.
Careful what you wish for, Mike.
Oh yeah, I love it.
And it flies so much better off the safe once you get comfortable with it. You'll love it. Hey, look at you. He's like, I'm gonna go find where the highest trees are on the property. I'm gonna do it there. We're gonna make this real interesting when we have to go climb trees.
To do that, it kind of got away.
There you go, guys. In safe mode, it can get away from you. It's not the complete learning crutch that people say it is. If you did that with the power off, it'd be better. Less force on the control surfaces. Okay, I'd pull out now. Well, no, so when you pull out, if you just roll wings level, and then just regain control of the airplane, and then slowly apply power, that's how you would come out of a maneuver like that. So roll wings level. Now before pitching, yeah, there you go. Add power before pitching up.
Okay.
Because you could actually get yourself into an aggravated stall situation.
Okay. 7 seconds.
All right, so you're gonna.
Coming down.
All right, moment of truth. Does he have what it takes? I can hear your heart beating down here.
It is.
You're already too high.
Am I?
Yep. You need maybe about that height on when you're on your base. Okay, so just kind of go around, fly out that way. Add power, add power, add power. Get up, get up, get up, 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 up. Stop there. Right there. Now just keep the power at half. Too low. Right there. Just hold it right there. Come around the backside there. Just keep that power in. Keep the power in. Come right down through that slot and start easing the power back to 25%. Don't hit that tree. Power off. Pull back, pull back. Nice job. Woo! You did
Okay.
it.
Are your knees still knocking?
Yeah, yeah. I saw him guess wrong over there. I was like, oh no. Is safety on?
Yep.
All right.
Sure is.
That was a great
That
landing.
was
He
a good
aced it.
landing. Looked a little scary on the approach, but you know.
44.
All right, let's do it again.
So short
Here we All right, guys. Man, that was a great Maiden. I really enjoyed flying this airplane. In fact, I almost, I was telling Mike, I might sell the bird dog and buy one of these. What do you think about that? Would that be a good idea, though?
I'd keep that bird dog.
Yeah, I think we're going to keep the bird dog for sure, too. So, what did it mean to see this thing actually get up? Your first real, and this is your first RC airplane, like your own. So,
as anybody, probably their first aircraft, they're going to enjoy it. I enjoyed every minute of it. You know, we started with a 5-minute timer and slowly realized that we were getting closer to 8 and 9 minutes of flight time.
And what kind of battery were we using?
We're using a 6S 5,000 milliamp battery by itself, no parallel, no nothing, just one battery, and we're getting close to 10 full minutes of flight out of it.
I mean, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I mean, just to compare, I'm getting right about 9 minutes with 10,000 milliamps in the T28. So, I mean, that's pretty phenomenal.
It definitely is.
I mean, with the wing setup, high lift, very light fuselage, she really is an efficient airplane for sure.
For sure.
So let's talk about when you got on the controls. What did you think?
Oh, when I got on the controls, my first flight with the Cub here, very nerve-wracking. Coming from the Aero Scout, I flew our buddy Mark's Draco one time, and going from an Aero Scout, majority of my flight time to this, I was shaking. My knees were shaking. It was not.
He's not lying. I could hear him.
But we got her up, flew her for a good 5 minutes, and then I brought her back down. And once I got her on the ground, I felt comfortable. We checked the battery levels, and that's when we realized our timer was a little short. But I left it there at that 5 minutes, just to have that safety mark of bring it down, check it, and then get it back up in the air if we have more.
Now, let's talk about that first landing. I mean, you nailed it.
First landing was amazing. I couldn't have asked for anything better. It came down on a dime, and she rolled right on out.
Now, just in case y'all are wondering, I think you did that with no flaps, right?
No flaps.
Yeah, no flaps.
That was all just me and the controls there. And she came down in one piece, and that's really all that mattered.
And you nailed the runway, too. I mean,
did.
Hey guys, I know on the video you can't really see it, but this is a very narrow runway, and you have obstacles on both sides. So, I mean, you have to be on your game, right?
There's a set of trees on each side, and the trees are right at the edge of the runway. We got her in the gap there and brought her down, and it was amazing. I was really confident in my purchase. It's a darn good plane. I would recommend to anybody that's looking for a next level intermediate trainer. I know it's not a trainer, but it is, I would say, on the intermediate side of flying. So easy. The controls are simple. I mean, up, down, flaps, ailerons, rudder, that's it. 6 channels is all you need to fly it. I'm running an NX10, but 6 channels is all you need.
Now, on the landing, I mean, it didn't seem like, at least with no flaps, it didn't seem like the bottom dropped out at all.
No, not at all.
Now, I will say this. I did, if y'all saw in the video, I did do some flap landings, and it's a little less forgiving with the flaps. The bottom end definitely does drop out on you, for sure.
Quick.
Yeah,
quick with the
so you gotta be ready with that power. So I mean, have you done any subsequent flights with flaps or?
So I've taken off with both half and full flaps, both here in the backyard and down at the runway, our club's runway. I've taken off with the flaps, and I've brought it down with the flaps. I did make the mistake of letting the bottom drop out, and she came down, and when she came down, it bounced. We did change out our foam tires for nice pneumatic air up tires, and I think that helped coming down because it did give it that little hop to come down smooth. Those foam tires, I feel like maybe we would have nosed over and would have been flip over at that point.
Well, and then while we're talking about that, the suspension seems to handle pretty well.
Oh, it definitely does. It's very stout, you know, and very forgiving. I would say the rods the tires go onto, they can bend out a little bit if you come down too hard, but they're very simple to bend right back. Those welds on there are pretty good, and you're not going to risk cracking them if you're just moving in a millimeter or so.
Oh, awesome. Now, one more thing before we go.
Yeah.
This morning, we did the Maiden a few days ago, so I don't mean to give away our secrets there about our filming. But this morning.
This morning was nerve-wracking.
Yes. So we were out flying, or Mike was out flying the Cub, and as he was flying, we kept hearing the engine noise get just a little louder and a little louder and a little louder. And it just didn't seem right, so he was starting to kind of think about getting into the landing environment, right?
Definitely was. We brought her down, and we pulled the cowling, pulled the prop.
Oh, well, we didn't tell him what happened. Oh, that's right, first, yes.
We checked everything, and everything checked out, and we come to the conclusion that the motor was rubbing on the cowling itself. We took the cowling off, and it didn't appear to be rubbing on the cowling. The wires tucked right underneath it, and I think maybe it was grabbing a wire, but we're not 100% sure on that just yet. Got her back up in the air, and
yeah, then like I said, once again, it was quiet on takeoff.
Yeah.
Everything sounded good after we took those wires up, and you're up there flying, doing just racetrack patterns at like what, half power? I mean, you weren't even revving.
We were probably about 40% on the throttle.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it started getting loud again, and he was starting to set up for an approach, and then right over the runway on the upwind, the engine just seized. I mean, it wasn't even free windmilling or anything. I mean, it just stopped.
Just stopped, clean stop.
And once again, if you've been out here and you've seen what our runway looks like, you got the two trees, but luckily we had some overrun.
Yeah, we have an overrun that shoots right the gap of our back gate right there, and I was panicking. I never been in a situation. Obviously, this is my first plane, my first time flying. Not first time flying planes, but first time having a problem flying.
Yes.
And I brought her down. At first, he thought I was going towards the trees, but I was looking for that gap that goes through the gate on the back.
And you know what? I'm gonna post up some pictures right now of what he's talking about. So there it is.
So we found that gap. I brought her closer to that tree. He thought I was going to hit the tree, but I knew kind of what I was doing, but I was nervous at the same time because I had no power. It was just up elevator and bring her down. I hit that gap, and we came straight up into that gate coming out, and brought her down in one piece.
And I mean, I think you missed the fence pole by a foot.
Yeah, by about a foot. I missed the fence.
I mean, no damage at all. I mean, it was freaking amazing. I mean, I could tell he was tight, but I mean, you handled it really well.
Yeah, I would say it was a good 40, 50 foot descent, and we were probably only about 30, 40 feet in the air. It was a quick reaction time, and she handled well.
And you were pretty high for where you were too.
Yeah. I mean, for it to happen right over my head, no power, no nothing. All I had was controls.
And I have to give you a lot of credit for that, because I've seen it time and time again where guys will go dead stick, panic, and then all of a sudden you just see the airplane go over and into the ground.
Yeah, so I'm so glad we didn't do that.
For sure.
Coming down was very nerve-wracking. I didn't know what I was going to do and how I was going to do it, but I did it.
Just to kind of let y'all hear it, y'all can hear it. You hear that? So I think we threw a bearing.
I think so too. We'll end up tearing it apart, and in another video we'll let you know what the outcome of the problem was.
Yeah, we'll let you know what the outcome is, and we're also, I mean, you have 10 flights on this thing?
10 flights. So we're hoping to look into our warranty and see if it's still covered. If it is, we'll get it swapped out. If not, I'm fully confident in purchasing another one if need be. This plane's not going anywhere, guys. This is going to be in our fleet for a long time.
Yeah, and we'll keep y'all updated on Horizon's customer service handling this matter as well.
Yes, definitely.
Because we are unbiased on this channel. We are sponsored by no one, so we want to make sure that we're telling y'all the truth and what's actually happening out there.
100%.
All right. Well, is that you think that's going to about wrap it up
I
for
think
this
that
episode?
wraps up our maiden and our little issues at the beginning there. I'm impressed, guys. I would say go out and buy you one. Learn how to fly. Get out there. Get your kids out there. It's a great hobby.
Yeah, definitely get the kids out there because they're our future
Yes,
for sure.
definitely.
This hobby could not survive without some youth.
I took my 9-year-old out and she's hooked. And
Yeah.
she's looking at
By
an
the
Aero
way,
Scout.
future episode.
Yep.
Future episode for sure.
Definitely.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it. He's already told my spiel about getting new people into the hobby. So please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave some comments. We love hearing from you guys. We'll see you later. Bye.
Woo, it's getting warm in here.
Yeah, it is.